Hey everyone, and welcome to another Marks & Crafts figurine review. Today I'm going to be reviewing another Kaguya-sama Lovers War figure and also another Banpresto Kyunties figure. Today I'm looking at Fujiwara Chika or Chika Fujiwara, depending on where you come from and if you choose last name first, first name last, whatever. Anyway, today I'm looking at Chika. And this is the second in the Kaguya-sama Lovers War Kyunties line. The first one that I looked at was Kaguya herself. And I have looked at other Kyunties figures before, such as the quintessential quintuplets Ichika evening dress, or formal dress, whatever it is. It's a nice dress. But today we're going to be looking at Chika, and as you can see from the box, she's in her standard school uniform. Nice images on the box, nice colour. It's not a very big box, it's pretty standard for Banpresto prize figures. And as you'll see in a moment, similar to the Kaguya and the Ichika that I've looked at before, the figure itself is about the size of the box, if not a little bit bigger. Really depends on the pose of the character. But without further ado, let's have a bit better look at the figure itself. Now here's Chika out of the box, all assembled. She comes in 3 pieces, which is the base, legs, and the main body. Similar to the Kaguya, they have detailed what's under the dress, but didn't really need to do that, and weirdly enough, it's pretty horribly detailed. Like there's a lot of paint errors all over this one. There's not nearly as much refinement in the detail of this character, which is a bit of a shame, seeing as there's not a lot going on in general with their uniforms and designs and things like that. It seems like a bit of a missed opportunity and things like that to sort of bring the best figure you could. But I digress. They're looking at Chika, and you can see she's just a little bit bigger than the box she comes in, and she's crouched down just a little bit, so if she was standing straight up she'd be much bigger. So we'll look at just her right now, and as you can probably tell, her fingers are a little bit warped. This is how she was out of the box. Thankfully the hands are a bit of a soft plastic, so you can sort of mold and bend things a bit. If you're having trouble bending this or reshaping anything from a figurine, you can get a hairdryer and very, very carefully heat up the part at a distance and slowly bend the piece into the position that you want, and then hopefully when it cools down it'll be in the pose that you need. But otherwise her other hand is fine, and her expression is cute and a little bit weird, which is pretty much stock standard for Chika. But similar to the Kaguya, I don't know if it shows on camera that well, the painting on the dress is weirdly inconsistent. You can see how it's reflecting the light. It wasn't just like a clean paint job, which is a bit of a shame. So you can see a lot of marks and things on it, even though it is all one color, it just wasn't spread evenly. And on her face, the detail on her hair is pretty disappointing. So her bangs are like cut out and detailed as they should be, but I will show a comparison to her with the box, and you can see that the promo images are a heck of a lot better. The bow's pretty messy. The main strands of hair look pretty messy. There's sort of paint lines and mold lines all over on them. There's this little bit here. The hair looks uneven and messy. It doesn't look like it has any detail or definition. It's just like, bam, we've painted over whatever was here. Even the white on this little like sailor thing, I don't know what you really call it. It's really messy. There's a bit just like sticking out down the bottom, which is really a shame. I don't know if I've just gotten a bad copy, because unfortunately, and I've covered it a few times, this is a prize figure. It's a Crane Game prize in Japan, and these are mass produced so much that paint errors tend to be pretty much the norm for figures like these, so it's not exactly strange. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, and in this case it seems like it's a bad one, but you sort of have to expect a certain level of sort of crap quality or errors to occur. Some companies are doing a lot better than others in terms of paint errors and quality control. but generally because they're making so many of these in such a large quantity, there's bound to be issues. And they're inexpensive, so yeah, just is what it is. Now here's the Chika and Kaguya both together. They both match up pretty well, even though both poses are completely different to one another. But that's just sort of works with the characters that they are. They both make a nice piece together, but if you were sort of trying to complete a set of characters, because they've just announced, as of recording this video, they've announced a Hayasaka that will be going in this line, as well as Miko Ino. So in terms of getting like a full set of characters, this is probably the best bet for inexpensive figures, but the pop-up parade figures, which are them in their summer uniforms, will probably be better than these. While I do have issues with pop-up parade, generally they are a heck of a lot more consistent than general prize figures. And it seems like they might be the better one. Chika's face on her pop-up parade is also very, very nice. But yeah, you can see that they're decent enough. If you don't pay a lot for them, which you shouldn't pay a lot for them, they are prize figures. They make a nice little piece, especially if you fix up any issues they have, such as fingers being a little bit messed up. They'll generally make a good piece, and from a distance it doesn't really bother anyone. You can tell who they are and they look the part, but it's just one of those nitpicky things that it could be better and should be better. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this figure. It's decent enough, and I like the character and I love the series, but I don't think it's the best representation of her. Again, this might be a thing purely because I got the short end of the stick on quality control, but I just also, like, I didn't really speak much about it. Her expression is nice and it is very Chika, but I'm used to Chika with like a very wide open, smiling, laughing, screaming sort of expression, whereas this one, it's sort of like mid one of her actions, so it seems a little bit odd in that regard, or it doesn't really scream Chika to me. But it is undeniably the character, and it is decent enough for the price that you pay. It's just that I wish it was better for what I got. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you all next time.